Q&A, and I'm counting it down. Lock in with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. We are live right now. The questions, the answers, the energy, it's all happening. Drop your questions in the chat. Turn that volume up, and let's make this a...
And we go. I got that to work. It goes right into it. Awesome.
Amazing.
Okay. Do you hear the music in the background?
I'm blurry. Hang on.
I know. I always like when I'm blurry. I'm much better looking than blurry.
There we go.
Okay. Okay. Welcome on, baby. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Can you hear the epic music behind?
Yeah, I do.
They even have Halloween. It's not yet. Not Halloween yet.
It was kind of like movie. It was like movie theater music.
I know. It's epic.
The movie. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same thing. It's crazy. Let's see if it does a better job. It's very Halloween-y.
No, I like the other one.
I know. But now I'm going to lose it because it won't be back. It uses AI to figure out the music. Ooh. How about that? We don't need music in the background. Okay. Everyone, happy Tuesday. Hopefully get some questions in. We are here for you. It is Happy Tuesday. We are working on favorite night of the week, this and favorite 2 nights a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tonight is FINRA night, SIE exam. SIE. It is SIE. It is 7. It is 6. It is 99. It is glorious. It is all the FINRA exams, and we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight, hopefully. Or we're gonna be or we're gonna get our asses kicked. Okay, and nobody's gonna be on here. Happy on here. Just a couple cleanup things. One, if you need help with tutoring, either check out my website at Series 7 Exam or our website at series7exam.org. Either me or 2 other tutors. If you need help just figuring out how to study, Jeff's the guy below me. He's the one to do that. He will help you out a ton. It's like $50. It's called a custom study plan. If not, we have tutors for that. Also, don't forget to check out Michael Weiss. He's a little cheaper than I am. He's about the range of the other tutors. He's really good. He's been in the business for a while. And he's at series7examtutor.com. And he's good. He's a little more expensive on the weekends, but he actually gets up early. He'll teach in the morning while I won't. I'm a night guy. I have 2 students after this tonight, just the way I go. Couple things. What else we got? Oh, don't forget to check out Brandon Rith over at Basic Wisdom. He is great. He's actually the guy who wrote the stuff for Achievable. Pretty darn good. Now, one thing I'm going to add in here, this group, FINRA NASA Exam Test Prep Network, it has like 8,300 people in it. And I'm going to tell you right now, here's the thing about why it's a private group, which is great. You have to apply to get in. You have to answer some questions. And why is that, Ken? Why is that, Ken? Do you have to answer questions, okay? Because there's a lot of people who, like if you have an open group, there's no control who's in there. So you get scammers. They take your name. They try to steal your ID. And they see what you say. So, yeah, you can get into a group and have a lot of people join it, but a lot of them are scammers. I mean, I literally deny like 20 people a day of scammers trying to get in. That's based on my job as a mod of this group is to keep people from getting ripped off. If you're running a group, you do have some even though you're adults, you have some responsibility to make sure that it's a trustable place. Trustable, is that even a word? I don't even know. But it's a trustful place. Trustful. Okay. It's a really good group. There's 8,200 people in there. Lots of people helping each other out. It's unbelievably how supportive it is. Now, a couple quick things I just want to bring up real quick. Just so we know, my thing, this is my own personal thing, and whoever knows this, it's what if you know, you know. Dado 15 was a comment that I made up 7 years ago. No office, no retail, no register was a comment I made up 7 years ago. Long and low, baby, comment I made up 7 years ago. Just throwing it out there. The option stuff, while I'm not the only one to do it. Anyone who understands options knows the way I do them. Okay. So everyone does these T-charts and they're fine, but it doesn't really help you understand what the options are. So my options are much more based on break even and stuff like that. And I developed this. I'm not the only one to do it. Mark Esposito at Kaplan does the same thing. I was doing this like 10 years ago. He was probably doing it 10 or 15 years ago. I never knew who he was. And basically it started from, I did T-charts the first time I ever taught with Greco. And then I'm like, this is just crap. It didn't work. So I started explaining it. And then I finally figured out a way to tell people how to look at options the way I look at them. Meaning I set the break even and then you're bullet bear and you make your money based on that. It's so much easier. It's so much simpler. I literally had a girl yesterday She goes, can we just do 15 minutes on options? She didn't understand them. She was having trouble in past perfect, which Wayna understands how hard they are. She just mentioned that she got a really good score on that. She was struggling because they teach the teacher and she wasn't getting it. I spent maybe 13 minutes going through it, and she started going, oh my God, and she just ripped through the questions. Like all she needed was that little bump of how to do it an easier way. Off to the races. Like literally, I was ramming him at her, and she was killing him. Spread, straddles, hedging, all that stuff, really going at it. Okay. So the Blue Jays playing now, Kyle? Last night, I tried to stay up. Did you watch the game at all last night, Jeff? You a baseball guy?
No, basketball.
Is it funny? I turned it on around midnight. And it was in the 12th inning. And it was 5-5. There was one guy, I guess, Will Smith, not the one who hit Chris Rock, hit a ball, and it would have won the game, except for it came up 3 feet short of the wall. Like he hit it, dropped his bat like he was going to nail it, and it came up short. And then they went another 3 innings. So one of my friends said it was a great doubleheader last night. I mean, it was like 15 innings, I think.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I bet at 1:15, 1:30, and it wasn't even over yet. Thank God for mute. Okay, here we go. Okay. Delendier Estelde. That's an interesting one. Okay. Listen, you bailed it by 2 questions. So that sucks. I mean, you got what did you need? 50 questions. You missed it. You got a 32 or whatever, right? Don't worry about it. It's you're so close, but here's my problem. Don't act like when you're studying again. And look, it's a 30-day problem in a 20-year career. Oh, I said that too, right? So here's my thing on that. And I'll explain to Jeff why I was saying that stuff later. So if you spend the next day or two just kind of telling everyone, getting it out of your system, then all I want you to do is go back and reread the switch vendors, try Achievable. And I have links in a lot of my videos for the Achievable, and they give you a 1-day free trial. You can try their shit out for a day, and I don't know anyone who's tried them out and didn't buy this stuff because you're like, it's so good. Now, and I have links, and if you don't want to use a link, just go to achievable.me. Now, focus on reading the first week. Just spend the first week to 10 days rereading the book. Then start doing chapter quizzes, then do finals. Maybe even call up the vendor and say, listen, I failed, you suck. Could you please reset everything? And then usually they will. Kaplan sometimes is a hard ass where they make you pay for it, but just tell them I failed. I'm not trying to get away with any. And they'll usually will broker check to make sure you're not resetting it to give it to someone else. But maybe they charge you $20, whatever it is. Try to get out of it, and just focus on rereading the first week. Don't act like you missed by 2. Act like you missed by 32. Because if you act like you missed by 32 points, you're going to have a different attitude and you're going to focus on everything other than just what I need. Because don't just try to raise it by a couple percent. Try to build up the whole thing. Okay. But don't worry about this. And remember, do not let the test define you. Okay. A lot of people go, I'm so depressed. You're the crying purple face. It's fine. Get it out of the way early and then just kind of build up and get this done. Wayna. That is an outstanding score on Past Perfect. I think 2 days ago in our group class, right, in the group class, you were doing better, but the week before, you were like, I'm never going to make it. See how fast you move up, just joining the group, doing other stuff, working on it the right way, and having the confidence, your scores go up. Now, there's no guarantee of anything, but in reality, that is absolutely a fantastic score on Past Perfect. Serify, whatever you want to call it. So it's funny, all the vendors like Kaplan is, I don't think Kaplan, STC, Exam FX, Past Perfect are all owned by hedge funds or PE firms now. I'm waiting for the phone call, whatever. Okay. So now I'll sell my soul for a couple of $20 million. Right? So you're good, you're solid. And the good thing is Past Perfect is getting better and better at making their tests a little bit more like the exam. Because they use, like, the way it used to be was that their questions are so hard. Like I always said, Ed Floor, the guy who wrote the questions, was trying to prove how smart he was, not how much he can help you. Because some of these questions, when I first started teaching, we would do these option questions, and it was like, I was like, if this is the way the test is, nobody's going to pass. But they go crazy. Okay. Good stuff. Wayna, we're good stuff. Scott, happy Tuesday, baby. Okay. Again, I can't say Delandier is still. I'm sure there's some either, but focus on rereading. Now, here's the thing on the 6 for everyone taking the 6. And Melania, I'm up with you next. Love the name. So the best way to make sure you understand is read everything, and then you need to focus on mutual funds, annuities, customer accounts, and suitability. Those are the 4 main things that you have to get, and you have to be comfortable with them. You have to be like looking at them from different angles. Start every time you see a product, mutual fund. Okay, Class A, who is it for? Class B, who is it for? Class C, all that stuff. You want to have all of that so you can look at it from every different angle. I think we're good. Melania. I wish I had a Trump one. It would be funny, but hold on. Here we go. This might be a new one. I like that one. I don't know. Not for Melania. Uh-oh. Here we go. I know it's the SIE, but that's the way we feel, right? Is that the way you felt? No, Melania, this is my thing on this. And I don't care what's on it. I know it's on the test. Were there any surprises? I always ask anyone who's taking the exam, I know what's on the exam. I pretty much, you know what's going to be asked. But the question comes down to, were there any surprises? Okay. Okay. Nervous platypus. This is my man. What I want you to do, if you go to my website, either me, you can go with me, or I have 2 other websites on there. I have Mike and Arseny, can all do it. If you don't like our style, go check out Michael Weiss over at Series7examtutor.com. But I have 3 tutors that can do it. I'm expensive. The other 2 are not as expensive. So they're all solid, but focus on reading. Okay, Melania, what a great question. Thank you for teeing that up for me. Go find as a start, find my Series 7 exam free playlist. Let's see if I have it somewhere. I should have it somewhere because it is my channel. Let's see, make sure we got it. Here we go. Here we go. If you're going to start studying for the 7, this is where you start. Start with number 1 and work your way through. That's the playlist. Stephanie, stay on here. Don't you leave. I know I'm a little behind. I'm a big behind. I'm old and fat. Okay. Yeah, I'm torn. I think I want the Blue Jays to win. I can't stand the Dodgers. I'm a Yankee guy, so I can never stand the Dodgers. Okay. Don't worry about it. No, I love it. Stay off social media. It's bad. Oh, that's another thing, guys. Okay. I can't stress this enough. Stay off Reddit. It's a toxic cesspool. It's not going to help you that much. Here's why. You can, even if you want to stay on it, that's fine if you get some help, but the Facebook group's better. If you really feel the need to be on it, don't go on the last couple of days. Because invariably somebody's going to come on there and go, oh my God, I studied for 150 hours and I failed. And you're going to be like, oh my God, that's me. No one wants to read about a fail or see about a fail the night before the test. They just feel like it's karma. So do not go there. Okay. Do not go to Reddit the last week for sure. Absolutely for sure. Okay. Okay, Diego, I will get to you. He's on LinkedIn. Okay. I don't always see the LinkedIn stuff coming through. Okay. Now it's funny with this new thing, I can mute. But the old, when I first started doing this, I would click it and you couldn't see it. So I literally would be mute because I was coughing. And then I get a text message going, you're on mute for the last 5 minutes. So I think I'm talking to people. And then I'm going, hi, I can't see that on the chat. They're going, you're muted. So finally they would text me and go, you fucking idiot, you're on mute. At least now I can see it. And it tells me. Okay. Don't worry about it, Nervous. Don't worry about it. Just keep with the Zoom group. Now, on that note, so Nervous is part of the group. We have a membership thing. We meet every Sunday night at 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. and then on Wednesdays at 8. We have membership levels. Depending on what you want to do, you can buy the different memberships. They're cheap. I mean, even the highest membership is $100 a month. That means it's $25 a week. That's like what? Starbucks? Okay. So basically, it's super duper cheap. I mean, it's literally 12. If you do the $99 one, it's 12 sessions a month for $100. That's pretty cheap. It all works out to be about $8. $8. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Lucia. Oh, yeah. Did you ever email? I didn't email Lucia. I thought I saw it. Okay. Wait, Kyle, you stayed up for all 18 innings? Yes. Okay. Well, WC Miller, I'll get you. Okay. And I'll get you. It's DATO. Okay. So I got that one done. Melania, we're good. Great name. We're doing that. Okay. On unit 17. Okay. That's a great question. I think, look, your first Kaplan test is a 57. Yeah, that sucks, but it's early on. I mean, I know you're a week away, which it's kind of tight to say you got to start hammering questions. I'm not a fan of hammering a million questions. We have a week. You have no choice. I would watch my videos, watch my crash course stuff, start hammering questions, and make sure you go over the ones that you're wrong. Make sure you go over every one of them. But like, here's what you do. So you have the question here. You're going to have the PDF of the book here. Every time you answer a question, every time that you see a question wrong, don't just read the explanation because it's specific to that question. Kind of look for the keywords and control F it in the book. Find it in the book and read the chapter. Okay. So it's funny. Everyone likes my new brutal exam video, my 66 that I just put out last night.
Yep.
Everyone wants a printable download. Nope, no shot. Okay. Okay, you got to watch the video. Okay. Right, okay, so Alex, okay. If I am long stock, I only have two options I can do. If I say income or add yield or increase yield, that's sell a call. If I want protection, buy a put. Okay, so now, long stock, you buy a put for protection. Also, remember this. You buy for protection, you sell for income. You buy for protection, you sell for income. So if I'm long stock, you're going to sell a call for income or buy a put for protection. So if they want maximum protection, it's buy put. If you want some protection, you sell stop. So I would write this on the piece of paper. Long stock, write sell call here, under here, buy put, and then put sell stop and put protect here. So if you see the word hedge, insurance, or protection, it's buying a put. If you want income, it's selling a call. And if you see just protection, it's sell stop. Because remember, if you own stock at 50 and you place a sell stop at 45, when the stock gets down to 45, it's going to trigger, and then you sell the stock at the next price. So you're kind of getting out of it. And it sounds like there's a lot of risk, but 99 times out of 100, once it triggers, you're going to sell it within a penny or two of where it's traded. Unless it's my sell stop, and then it's $5 down. But it's just literally, usually a sell stop will trigger and then trade at the next price. It's not pure protection, so you have risk. If you want maximum protection, it's always buying an option. And try the other side. If I'm short stock, I sell a put for income, sell for income, and then buy a call for protection or buy stop. So short stock, sell put for income. Above it, right, buy call, protection, or buy stop for protection. And if you're stuck, I have videos on this somewhere in there. Okay. So it's DATO 15. Disclosure, approval, trade, option agreement 15 days later. That's what I do. I fucking think of shit all the time. Stupid things that come out of my mouth and I go, oh, that works. Like my margin thing, Mr. Desby. Everything I do is try to make something hook. That's why I do those stupid Dr. Seuss rhymes. That's why I do the AI shit. So if I have the one where I'm doing the bull and the bear. Maybe you remember. I do the game show. If you watch the beginning of this, I do the game show of growth, income, and safety. Anything that I can do, I try new shit all the time to try to get you to just to go, okay, I remember that. Even if it's cringy or stupid or whatever it is, if you're sitting and testing, you go, oh my God, he used to say, like, what do I say about accredited? 1, 2, 3 accredited. 1 million net worth, 200 single, 300 miserable. I mean, married. That's what I say every time. And I've had people come up to me and they when I did a class in the summer, they all thought that was hilarious. I thought it was funny, but whatever. Okay. They're also not married. Okay. I did get permission. So I have two things. I got permission from my wife to do that. She doesn't care. as long as you pay me. So again, DATO 15, DATO 15. When you open an options account, disclosure, then approval, then you can trade after approval, and then the options agreement is returned 15 days later. And what happens if you don't return the options agreement? They take your children. No, what they do is you can't do any more opening trades. You can only liquidate the positions you have. You can't add to your positions. That's going to be in the SIE, the 7. Hell, it could be on the 65. Okay. Here we go. And Diego, I'll be right there. Okay. WC, depends. If you've read the book once, then you hammer questions. But then here's the thing. You have to change it up. Like if you failed once, like here's my thing. If you fail, reread the book because you didn't know it well enough. I don't care if you got a 71 and missed by 1. You didn't know it well enough to pass. So reread the book. You'll pick up shit, okay? But if you've already read the book and you're doing questions now, you have to go through questions like they're exploratory. You're trying to find where you suck, okay? So if you go, oh, I got a 68. Good. I know where I'm weak. Because look, if you're getting 90s across the board, great. But you're not going to figure out where you're not doing well. Yes, 90s are great. But if you start memorizing, that's bad, and then they're not real. So you want to, you always want to find a bad score. So you go, okay, I need to go after equities or bonds or debt or something like that. Okay. Okay. Tips, Diego. If you're still on here, hopefully you didn't fall asleep yet. Best thing is either watch my crash course. I would review ethics right now. Like if you tomorrow morning, just remember the 63 is a different exam. This is more, remember, this is FINRA night, but since you're taking it tomorrow, I'm not going to make it with it Thursday. That's stupid. It's a lot of ethics on the test. Make sure you got the broker-dealer stuff down. Take your time. Okay. Take your time within reason because you don't, it's a speed test. You got, as long as you're taking an hour and 45 minutes to an hour, you should be fine. And the practice exams, because you don't want to be crunching it out. You don't want to be like worrying about it, like looking at the time and going, I can't get this. Okay. Okay. Do you have any last minute stuff to add? Not 63 specific. He's taking the test tomorrow.
Tomorrow
morning.
Get rest. I think at this point.
Yeah. Sleep is underrated.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. I can overthink it. You can overtalk it. You just go to fucking sleep. And what do I say people taking the test tomorrow? Get the fuck off my life. Go get some sleep. Okay. So is she saying I'm God by saying amen? Is that what she's saying?
I think so, because I got addressed by my name and you got
amen. Amen. Amen, baby. Okay. Okay. So Lucia, let's try to find time. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Let's one of us will reach out to you and we'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll discuss this stuff. Okay. Okay. Kyle, I wish I could have stayed up that late, but I had to get up early. Take my dog to the oh, there she changed her name. I like her. I'm not going to put this one up there. I like the original one. Okay. Okay. Lucia, we'll get you through this. We will. Oh, NG, you're fine. Get over it. Get over the nerves. Just get over the nerves. Stop with them. Okay. Remember something. You have to start telling yourself you're going to pass. If you're scoring 80s, if you do the brutal exam, if you do well on that, you're fine. It's going to help you out. Even if you don't do well on that, you're going to be fine. Okay. Watch my crash course. Read customer. Now, when I say customer accounts, oh wait. This is the 7, I assume, because we're here. Customer accounts, and just keep hammering at it. Just keep doing it. Be confident. Tell yourself you're going to pass. And this is the other thing, like Jeff said, start getting a normal sleep tonight. Like go to bed at like 10 o'clock every night. Because if you do it the night before, you're going to be up like, oh my God, I'm nervous. Start going to sleep now so that you're tired, so that you get up early and then you're tired. You have a pattern by Friday. And start telling yourself that you're going to pass. And say it out loud. I'm going to pass. And I'd be happy if everyone on this live said that. Typed it in, I'm going to pass this test. Because understand, when you say something like, I am thin, okay, stuff like that, I'm going to be rich, your mind does everything it can to make that come true. So say it. Say you're going to pass. Everyone on here should be telling me I'm going to pass. And you're going to be, by the way, NG, you're going to be fine. Okay. Okay. Let's see how you are. Juan, I hope you're still on here. I know I'm behind. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to do it here, but if you go into my I think I have a math video that does it. Okay. So let's talk about taxable equivalent for a second. And we can do watch the magic. I can do this verbally. Okay. So let's say you're paid $100 grand a year. And and I'm going to make it easy for the math for me. And you're in the 20% marginal. We only care about marginable tax bracket. That's the highest one. Okay. Marginal, not marginable, marginal. That's your highest tax bracket. So if you make $100 grand a year and you're in the 80% bracket, I mean, the 20% bracket, Jesus, that's like New York's going to, well, soon New York will be 80%. But let's say you're in the 20% bracket right now. Okay. So you're in the 20% bracket. How much are you bringing home? You're bringing home 80%. So you're going to multiply your 100 times 80 to say, I'm going to bring home 80 grand after taxes. Okay. Now, and guys, I love you have questions in here. I'm going to get to them. This is awesome. I see some real questions in here. Now, let's go back this one again. So hopefully, Juan, let me know if Juan says he's still on here. Juan, let me know if you're still on here. Okay, now, but I'm going to still do it. But let's change it up into terrestrial bonds. Let's say you have a 5% bond, and it's a corporate bond, and it's taxable. So in your 20% bracket, you're going to do 100 minus 20, get 80. You're going to do the yield times 80%. So that's going to give you 4%. Easy stuff. Now, let's say they give you they say the word tax exempt. Say they say the word tax exempt or muni. All of those are the same thing. So instead of multiplying, you're going to divide. So if you're in the 20% bracket and you have a 5% uni bond, you're going to do 5 divided by. Let's do it. Okay. We're going to do 5 divided by 80%. So we're going to do 5. Don't worry about putting percent in it. Just do 5, right? Like this. Divided by 0.8. And that's going to give us 6.25. So what that is the taxable equivalent. So if you have a 5% muni, you need to have at least a 6.25% corporate bond to get the equal number of the equal pay after taxes. Now I think I have a bond math playlist, okay, which has all that shit in there. Hold on, let's see. Let's see if Ken has one. I should know, but I have so many playlists. Do I have a bond math? Pretty sure I have a bond math playlist. Let's see. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Oh, there it is. Series 7 math. There it is. Do I have all that in there? Volatility, stock splits, free refunding, Mathapalooza. Okay. Accrued interest. Yep, there it is. Okay. Do I have tax equivalent yield in there? That's interesting. I may not have that in there, but I just showed you how to do it. I'll find it. It's probably in my math. Also, so if you guys are worried about the math, find my Mathapalooza video. It's fucking outstanding. I think Anders, I love it. Okay. So love my hat. Angie, good. Okay. I love that. I'm a bad bitch, baby. It does. It gets you through. Okay. WCC, suck at options. Okay. You haven't failed yet. So you're good. Keep at it. See, Alex, you'll never forget accredited now. Little things like that. Okay. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So Juan, I hope you're still on here.
He is.
I love it. Okay. No, okay. Last one thing. So accretion and amortization. Again, that's in the videos in the playlist I just attached. But think about this, right? So if I buy a 0 coupon for $400 and it's 20 years to maturity, that means I'm not getting paid for 20 years, but it's growing. Do you think the IRS wants to wait 20 years to tax you? No. So what they're going to do is they're going to say all that money that you're earning, look in fucking NVIDIA, fucking A, over $200. It's never too high. Watch, it'll go to fucking 40 now, but it's never too high. Okay. So anything I say is not advice. Remember that. I'm big on the nuclear, the energy, gold, all that shit.
You sound like a trader.
What?
I know I'm right. Just let me sit with this position. I'm good.
Yep, I'm gonna sit this. It's not gonna go down. I promise. Yep.
No, peel some off. No. I'm gonna double down.
No, I do like the fact that they used to make them put about a 10% stop loss below it. I thought you were there when they tried to. Was it that or First New York that always kept saying they had to put a 10% stop loss?
No,
they
we
lost
didn't
10%.
have that.
Stupid. Okay, maybe they didn't. Okay, so now, where was I where they did that? Okay. Oh, you know what? I think it was 7 points. It was a smaller place. They would scalp. They just scalped all day long. The whole place. They just taught everyone to scalp, and basically just looking for like making a 50-cent move in half a day. Anyway, back to this. So If you buy a bond for $200 and it's 20 years to maturity, there's an $800 interest that you're getting over 20 years. The IRS does not want to wait 20 years. So you're going to say, take that $800, divide it by each year till maturity. So if it's 20 years to maturity, you're going to do 800 divided by 20, whatever the hell that is. It's probably 50, but let me double check. 5, I mean. 800, which is a discount, divided by 20 is $40. I wasn't even fucking close. That's what, understand something. This should make you guys feel great. I suck at math. Like I am brutally bad at math, yet I've never gotten less than like a 97 on these exams. So keep that in mind. There's not a math test, and the math is easy. Okay. I'm not dumb. I'm just saying I'm bad at math. So that means I'm going to increase the cost basis by $40 a year. So again, I buy a bond for 200, 20 years to maturity, divide the 800 by 20, that gives me $40 a year. That's what the IRS is going to charge me on tax. Not that they're going to tax that every year. So every year my cost basis goes up by 40 points and the IRS is going to tax it every year. Just, it's a good concept. Don't worry about the math. If you go do my Mathapalooza or Burning Math, it's in there. Okay. And my accretion amortization video is in that one that I just gave you, the Series 7 math stuff. But I want to give you a concept that's why they do it, because the IRS, no one understands the time value of money more than the IRS. They do it in every way possible. Like if you do trading and you don't mention a method, they choose FIFO. It's always FIFO because they know it's the lowest coupon, the lowest cost basis. If you have a non-qualified retirement account, they always do LIFO because they want the growth. No one can take your money better than the IRS, and I'm hoping they get rid of it. Okay. Okay. Catcher Joe. Oh yeah, you're good. That's fine. So Catcher, so here's the question. Did you make dumb mistakes on my exam? Or was it like, oh, I misread it? Especially on Past Perfect. How many of them are misreading? And after I explained it, did you understand it? Remember, I made that test harder. I'd had very few option questions in. And remember, I made 3 mistakes in there. You guys have to find it, right? So on the brutal exam, there's 3 mistakes, I think. You have to find them. And you can look in the comments if you can't find them. But if you got a 67 and then when you heard it, you go, oh, I got that, then you're fine. If you're like, wow, I've never heard of that, you're still fine. You just got to do some work over the next couple of days. Keep taking tests, but none on Monday. Remember that. And make sure you read customer accounts. And guys, anyone taking the 7, do not, especially the 6, do not sleep on mutual funds and annuities. Mutual funds and annuities will show up on the test so much. Okay. Okay. So let's go with this. So Alma, what is my term? Long and low, baby. Long and low. What does that mean? So when I say that, my wife looks at me. She used to think it was dirty. Long and low, baby, means that long-term bonds move more than short-term bonds. Always. And then low coupon bonds move more than medium or high coupon bonds. So Alma, based on what I just said, that long-term moves more than short-term, and then low coupon moves more than high or medium coupon or par. I want you to tell me the answer to your question. If you can, I'll do it. But Alma, if you're still on here, I want you to answer the question knowing that long and low, baby, long-term bonds move more than short-term bonds and discount move more than par premium. So I'll answer it if you don't do it. Okay. Okay. Okay, Scott. Where are you scoring? I got to know where you're scoring. If you're in the mid 70s, then you're fine. Then you don't need to get much better. How have you been? I've been studying all day. You can hook up a time with Jeff and have him see and go through your stuff and see what's going on instead of paying me $200 to do that. If you're scoring in like the 60s, then you got to change something up. If you're scoring in the mid 70s, you're probably okay. You're just nervous. So tell me if you see what he answers, let me know. But let me know where you're scoring. If like some people go, I can't get any better than an 84. What the fuck? You're good. If you're in the mid 80s, you're fine. If you're in the mid 70s, you're okay. If you're under 70 on STC, we got to figure it out. And
you
if it's
answered,
what do you say?
Mid 60s.
Okay. What vendor? Next question, right? Okay. So I'll come back to that. I agree. Look, I think Achievable teaches the stuff better than any other vendor out there. Brandon Rith is great. He has his own channel, Basic Wisdom. I love the guy. I think he's a great guy. I met him like 2 years ago in person. We talk on Zoom once in a while. Great guy. He's really smart. He knows his shit. Okay. And he wrote the achievable stuff. So that stuff is solid. No, I tweak it a little bit sometimes, but I'm not a writer. He wrote that stuff. Okay.
Scott just wrote back STC.
Okay. So the problem is, yeah, that's not high enough. It's not high enough because if you've been studying for 2 or 3 months, that means you're probably memorizing answers. And if you're still in 60s and memorizing, that's not a good sign. So I'm going to say one thing, and if you can't, you can't. Can you move it back 2 weeks? If you can, do it. If you can't, we'll have to hammer. Hopefully you can study all day long. I want you to just spend, since you're not moving up, change it up. I want you to spend today's Tuesday. Yes. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, just reading, rereading, and watching videos. If you can watch their videos, you can watch my videos, you can watch whatever. Past Masters videos, Brian Lee's videos, whatever. Okay. And if you have access to their videos, go through they have if you go into the on-demand section of STC, hit view. In the upper right corner is a thing called documents. Hit the documents, and there's a learning guide. Maybe read that. I mean, it's a PowerPoint, but it'll give you some information. And again, where are you struggling? Is it the options? Then you can, and you don't know my way, use my way. Join the membership and do that. Again, I don't give that shit away for free, but go join the membership. It's going to cost you $20 a month. If you need help on how to study, reach out to Jeff, and you guys can figure that out. If you need a tutor, we can set you up with one, either me or Mike or Arseny, or even Michael Weiss over at Series7examtutor.com. Any one of these things work. Okay. Now, so I think you got to change it up. I would go back and just spend the next 3 days just reading and watching videos. Make sure the mutual funds are good. Make sure your options are good. Make sure the debt is good. Those are the most important things. Mutual funds, annuities, debt, all of debt, and options. And the question is, like, are you not understanding what they're asking? The other thing is I keep saying another thing. Go to my brutal exam and try that. It's not actually that hard, but go through it and try to learn from it. See if you get anything. It's going to give you the same vibe. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to say any more about that. It just gives you the same vibe as the test. Okay. I am so far behind. Okay. Alex, that's fine. That's great. Oh, Stephanie's probably gone by now. But Stephanie, that is outstanding. Hopefully you'll watch this later if you're gone already. Outstanding, Stephanie. And you're done. That was awesome. And she was in the study group that we meet at 5 p.m. on Sundays. That's awesome. Okay. Erica, I like Kaplan. Here's the thing. I like Achievable to teach it. As I tell everyone, the perfect mix is Achievable to learn, Kaplan questions. Okay. Achievable questions are fine, but they don't look like the exam. And they're that way on purpose because they have an algorithm that makes sure you never see the same question twice. Literally, it's impossible to see the same question twice. So you same style, but different question. So if you do the Kaplan one, okay. Oh, did she ask twice, Alma? Okay. Oh, that's a different type of question. Okay, I'll answer that one. So if you have time, if you have more than a couple weeks, I would get the Achievable. It would help. I promise you. I have one guy. He said it changed everything. He really started understanding everything much better. Okay. Okay. So this one's a little different. Okay. 15 years, which is non-callable. Okay. So I'm going to go on this answer. So we're going to read them all. Okay. Now. Okay. If interest rates are high and expected to fall, which of the following bonds would increase the most in price? A bond maturing in 5 years, boom, out. Bond maturing in 15 years, which is non-callable. No, that's going to be, maybe that's a 15-year bond. A bond maturing in 30 years, which is non-callable, ding, 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 because it's long-term. And then the last one is bond maturing in 30 years, which is callable in 10, okay? So since it's callable in 10, treat it as a 10-year bond. So you're going to go with C because it's the longest bond. Long and low, baby, okay? Remember that. So if I have a bunch of bonds and they're callable, if they're callable or puttable, assume that date that they're callable is the day they end. So they won't move that much. So there you go. Okay. Yes, I think they're the most similar, but I'm not a fan of studying that way. Okay. I know I'm not a fan of going which is closer to the exam, but if anything, they're the closest style. But the goal is to know it well enough that it doesn't fucking matter. You want to know this shit so fucking well that you don't care if it's in fucking Latin. You obviously not Latin, but you know the point that if it's really hard, you can still do it. And especially the SIE, keep Julie, keep pounding on it. Okay. Good. I'm glad. Melania, I'm glad. I mean, you're probably half these people are probably gone because I'm so far behind. But yeah, that's awesome. Okay. I don't really care. But remember, the progress exams in STC, you only get one shot. So you just want to be. I don't say where should I be because I don't do that game. It's you are where you are because whatever you score, that's going to tell you where you're weak. So if you're scoring 58s, then you know you need to reread the chapter. So I don't believe in that. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Where you need to worry about your scores is the week before the test. Like if you need to pass 3 in a row, finals in a row to feel good about scheduling the exam. So if you have a target date, deal with it, right? You can do it. But if you have an open-ended thing, you want to pass 3 in a row solidly, 74, 75, and then go take it. Okay. Lucia, what the fuck? Lucia, I love you. I do. But do you want to take it again? Do you want to fail again? Let me put it this way. I have 4 children. 2 of them went to boarding school. You know why? You know how I got 2 kids into boarding school? From people who wouldn't read the fucking book. I'll just say it that way. I know you don't feel like doing it. You don't have to read everything. I mean, look, I'm going to tell you right now, if you fail the exam, this is only for people who failed. This is not for you newcomers. If you fail the exam, I'll give you 4 chapters not to read. Don't reread options, just 2 problems. Don't reread margin, just 2 problems. Don't reread DPPs. Nobody gives a shit about them. And then technical and fundamental analysis, just 2 questions. So that should save you a bit. And you don't have to memorize. Don't rewrite. Just read. Get Speechify. Just have it read it to you. Have Snoop Dogg read this shit to you. Okay.
Aren't options like a quarter of the reading of the book?
Yeah, they could be. That's what I'm saying. Don't worry. If you're already taking the exam, don't have to reread it again. Just 2 problems.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. WC. Okay. So you're in good shape. We're going to get there. Okay. 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 No, Dimitri, you are starting fresh. I mean, you just said, okay. Stephanie. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. I love it. Okay. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Good. So if you're gone already, I want to see you on Thursday. We're going to give you another song. You'll get a double song. Kind of C-Corp, double taxed. Okay. So if you've been studying, not really, you haven't been studying, Dimitri.
Start at the beginning.
Don't so really just start with page 1. You have a month. You have literally a month and a couple of days. So
plenty of time.
I'm watching videos. That's what you got to do. I don't know what to tell you. Like if you're not going to read, I'm going to make a lot of money off you. It's that simple. If you're not going to read, somebody is going to make money off your ass. If you read, you can probably pass. I know you don't want to, but you took it 6 months ago. So all that shit, I mean, I don't remember shit I did 6 months ago. Hell, I don't remember what I did today, this morning. I can memorize a fucking task when I take a 7, but I can't remember what I had for breakfast. What did I had a burger. Okay. Okay. Junk mail, take a couple times, take a couple days and just start reading. That's what you're going to do. Is just go back to reading again. But here's a good thing. I have a couple students that I've one in particular that couldn't get over a 62 on the test, but on Kaplan. But he knew this stuff, right? So he couldn't get over 62 on Kaplan, but he knew this stuff and he passed. Because the Kaplan questions are so convoluted. Like junk mail, this is what I want you to do. Answer in here when you can. What are you getting when you go over the wrong ones? Are you getting them wrong? Are you getting them wrong because you don't understand the concept? or you can't follow the fucking path they walk you on. Okay. If it's the path, I'm less worried. If it's the concept, you got to reread it. How about that? Okay. Stephanie, I'll see you Thursday night, baby. Okay. Let's go, baby. Boom. Yes. So I assume, Sam, that you just passed the SIE. So you get something for that. Now, where are we? Chat. Okay. I'm telling you. Okay. Listen, WC, if you suck at options, it's not too late. Go get my membership. Go get your membership. Go join the membership. It'll cost you $20. You'll have options. By tomorrow night, you'll be like, oh my God, I wish the entire test was options. Okay. I love you too, WC. Right back at you. Okay. Okay. Okay, Colin, stay on there. I'll get to you. Okay. I love it. That's outstanding. That's awesome. Okay. Let's get that 7. You're going to start your own firm. That is a big endeavor. I swear to God. It's such a big one. Where am I? Oh, well. Oh, here we go.
I passed the Series 7! That's what I'm
5, so it's not as good. Let me do this one.
Yeah! Who passed? I passed! Series 7 in the bag!
Nothing I can do about it. I only have Series 7 months. Okay. But congratulations. That'll be you in a month, even though it says Marie. I'm just a gender fuck up and all whenever I do this shit. Listen, congrats, but get on it, baby. The 7 will help you a ton. It really will. Okay. 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 Yeah. I don't know what the road industry part is. I mean, I assume is that trucking? If you're doing finance, now here's the thing. If you're just an IA, you just need the 65. If you're going to be a broker dealer, working for a broker dealer, doing executions, you need the 7 and the 63. Yes, but I'm not a fan of that because the math is not that hard on the real exam. Go do my brutal exam. Go do my mathapalooza. Those will be the ones that help you, but you can't give up on the options. Just do the options. I promise you the options membership will help. Okay. I'm trying to catch up. You can do it. I mean, Alejandro, it depends where if you're passing everything, save your money. Okay. If you're passing everything, save your money. If not, we can probably meet over the weekend or something like that. I have some openings this Saturday. November 1st is always a dead time for me. Everyone's no one to meet after Halloween because everyone goes out, they dress like crazy, they get drunk, and they're not in the mood to study. I used to do a lot of November stuff, November 1st, and half the time I'm pushing them off because they're like this. Okay.
On that note, I would say just in general, if you're going to book a tutor, but just any tutor, it's just making me think, just bring the material that you want to focus on. That's the big thing in deciding whether or not to get a tutor. If there's an area that you're struggling with, bring it with you, then it makes sense. But like Ken said, if you're getting scores, you feel comfortable, you're okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, if you're scoring in the mid 70s, you're probably fine. You don't need help. If you're under that and you're really feeling comfortable, book an hour, but come with a list of things. I mean, again, I can throw questions at you. That's not a problem, right? I'm good at that. I have a lot of shit in my head and I can do that. But most tutors, it's most effective to bring your stuff with them. Okay. Let's keep going. Steven, I know. I 100% agree that is a beast. Okay. If you go to my crash course and find my 66, I know it's not the same test, my 66 quick and dirty, and then watch my new one, the Power Hour one. I think it's called Power Hour Quick and Dirty, and one says 2025. They'll help a lot. I have one on, the 66 quick and dirty. The first one is much more about the last 2 chapters in STC, which are investment risks, portfolio management, the time value of money, all that shit. It'll help you a lot. And I guess that works. I think that's where we are. I mean, I don't think do I do those chapters specifically? I don't know if I do, but I do it in that my 66 quick and dirty power hour quick and dirty from like 3 years ago. Shit doesn't change on that. So that'll help you a lot. I cover a lot of that in there. Like I do stuff on like time value of money. I do stuff on like CAPM, stuff like that. I love it. Gonna beat that fucking thing. Juan, good. I'm glad you got to hear what I said. I'm going to pass. Okay. Love my hater. I like that. So one thing is, hope if you're still on here, get the fuck off. If you're still on here, go get some sleep. But love my hater. Please take your time, read customer accounts, and go bang this thing out and take your time, baby. Take your time. Maybe do a last minute review of risks. Melania, 100%. Yes, I agree. So let me tell you, that's very true. So let's talk about this one. So here's my thing on this. Confess to me. I like that. Okay. See, amen. Confess to me. I like it. Okay. Can I do the what do you call it? You ever see there's a very funny movie about Catholic school in the 50s. Oh, it's Kevin forget it. I don't know who was in it. There's two famous people in there now. But never mind. It was the I'm not even going to go there. I'm just going to say we're going to move on from it now. Because it'll be really bad. So here's what I tell everyone to do. Delete Reddit for sure. Instagram and TikTok are not going to help you on this thing. I have videos on there, but they're more for fun. And if you can't delete it, fine. So guys, don't forget on TikTok, now I'm telling her to get rid of social media. If you want to do it, TikTok and Instagram on both Series 7 Whisper on there. Go check them out. Okay, now, but then delete it. You can do the Facebook group. I'm so glad you're in a study group. That's going to help you a lot. But I want you to, when you're studying, the easiest way to do is study it. Do what they call the Pomodoro method, the new one. Take your phone, set like a 25-minute timer, and throw it in the other room. You will not look at that for the entire 25 minutes. Not in your room. Buy a damn calculator. Go to CVS and buy the cheapest damn calculator you can find. Okay? Then, go for the 25 minutes, and then when you get off, doom scroll, whatever you want to do, go outside. I don't give a shit what you do. But your break, because here's the thing, the younger you are, and I'm attached to this thing, the longer you can't go without this. So, but if you can do 25, anyone can wait 25 minutes. And as I say, anyone who can't, you don't need them in your life. So if someone can't wait 25 minutes for an answer, you do not need them in your life. Okay. Look at that, Jeff. Okay. So now, so I think, so if you want to get rid of the social media, get the phone out of your room, set the timer. And then for those 5 minutes, you can do it, and then set another 25-minute timer and go back and start doing it. That'll help you a ton. Okay. So yeah, yes, Yasmin Charles. I'm going to talk about this. Okay. Understand something. This is not the night, but I'm going to do it real quick. Here's the best way to remember it. So if it's a broker dealer, whether it's an exempt security or not, does not fucking matter. If you're a broker dealer or an agent, if you're selling a security, exempt or not, you have to register. The only exception to that, okay, that's the rule. That's the only exception. Here's the only exception. If you work for the issuer and it's exempt or an exempt transaction and you don't get a commission, then you're not an agent, okay? So again, this only works if you work for the issuer and it's an exempt security or exempt transaction, you don't have to register. The books will go into that. There's only 4 of them. I don't give a shit. The test is not going that deep. Basically, if you work for the broker dealer and you're selling securities, you probably have to register unless you're selling to an institution and you don't have an office and the broker dealer's not there. So pretty much the agent registers. But if you work for the issuer and it's an exempt security, exempt transaction, you don't have to, as long as you're not getting paid for it. Okay. By the way, I do have those. Go into my crash course. I have 2 high-level suitability videos. I have a suitability exam. I don't do a suitability exam. I should do one, but I don't do one. But I have 2 things on suitability. They're really good. I have I have a video on bonds. It's pretty recent. It's probably easier to find it on Instagram. It's one of my top. No, it's probably easier to find it on TikTok. If you go on my TikTok, I have 2 really good bond videos where I just talk about bonds, and everyone seems. I mean, I had like 30,000 fucking views because it's literally just me in a car explaining bonds, and I did a pretty good job. Okay. Now, so Alma, this is great. When you accrete, don't worry about the amortization stuff. But when you accrete, if it's not a muni, you have to pay taxes on that accretion every year. So if you accrete, okay. Human made, I definitely have 57. I have all 57 playlists. I don't cover everything, but I cover the important stuff. Now, if I'm accreting and it's a non-OID muni, I have to pay taxes on that accretion every year at ordinary income. Now, amortization, you're going to tax break. You don't get a tax break on the accretion, okay? But on the amortization, but on the accretion, you do. Now, here's what happens, and this is where it's in the book, in my videos, it'll help. If I accrete for, let's say I buy a bond for $800, and just say it's 10 years to maturity, I'm accreting $20 a year. So every year, my cost basis go up by $820. So after 2 years, my new cost basis is $840. I added $20 per year for 2 years. If I sell the bond for more than $840, that's a capital gain. If I sell the bond for less than $840, it's a capital loss. My video will help you on that. So human made, I definitely have a Series 57 playlist. You make me look for it? Hold on. 57. There it is. I think it's only 5 videos, but they're fucking outstanding. Hold on. Here's that. By the way, did anyone watch my my GPT versus the SIE exam video? Oh, Alex said you watched. Okay. Well, that's okay. Hold on. Jiswitty, get off my live. Go have a good time. Make sure you read customer accounts, estates, and joint accounts, estates, and trusts, and go bang this thing out tomorrow. You're probably gone already because it's a half hour ago, but you're gonna rock this thing. Okay. Yes, I did a ChatGPT versus the SIE. ChatGPT. What was it? You ever hear the thing? I think they joke about Boris Johnson goes, ChatGPT. That's how he says it. And then I heard other people doing it. So it's like it's catching on. But I did a video where I did ChatGPT against the SIE. And as she said, what I did was I let it explain its reasoning, and then we talked about it. It was very good. It was like one of my longest videos because 2 hours is a long time. Okay. Like I think 30 seconds is a long time, but my wife disagrees. Okay. So how many option questions are on there? Here's the answer you don't want to hear, between 10 and 30. But they're not that hard. So, and half of them are going to be theory. Like I have an options theory test, a option suitability exam. It's no numbers, all suitability, and a bunch of spreads without premiums on them. It's definitely on there. It's definitely going to be on there. It's going to be a thing. Okay.
Do you think that as over the last 20 years, do you think that options have become less significant and like things like mutual funds and annuities have become more popular on the exam?
On the test?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think options is still a lot.
It's still a lot.
Here's the thing. It's 10 minimum, 10 to 12, right? And then if it falls into the suitability, it rolls up to 30.
Because when people come on here and they don't pass, they seem to say, I was shocked by how many annuity questions I got.
Right, I know.
Or how many, it's just another topic. It's never, I got crushed on options.
Right. No, none of my people get killed by options. WC is going to join the membership and kill it. But look what this said.
Whoa.
So it depends. I swear to God, I had one girl who swore she got 100 option questions.
Okay, but for this person,
it's random.
Do you think that the option questions helped or hurt you, based on you knowing options? Like this could be like just because there's a shit ton of options, that could be a benefit for someone.
That should be a benefit for most people. Right. But I say If you get a test without a lot of options, it's a hard test. That's the thing.
I think you want a test
with a lot of options, I think it's a harder test.
You want You want to see the option questions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, mid-60s, that's fine. And you said grading all the math. Okay, so that's fine. What test is he taking again? I fucking forgot. I'm a fucking flake. Where is he? Just go back half an hour. Where is it? Scott. Oh, here. Oh, yeah. The 7. Oh, don't worry about the suitability, baby. You got to focus on the suitability. Don't worry about the regulatory question so much. That's on there. Focus on the suitability. That's going to be the biggest part. And look, being good at the math is going to help. I mean, that's you as WC said. So too bad Scott and WC couldn't do it together. Let Scott do the math and WC do the other ones, right? Don't sweat the math too much, okay? But Scott, if you're doing the math, just make sure those are your lock-in ones. Focus on suitability, mutual funds and annuities, and options and munis, and you should be fine. But again, it's much more about suitability, less about regs. It's there, but not. Okay. Oh, no, you're scoring 80s. You're fine. Here's the thing. Robin Scarborough, go right now, get off the live. Go do my 66 brutal exam I put out yesterday. Tell me how you did that. Even if you don't do well on it, you'll be fine. And come on. Well, you're going to come on Thursday night and tell us how great it went. If you don't, here's what you do. Take the 66 brutal exam that went out last night, and then comment on it at the end how you did. And then I'll tell you whether you should move it or not. But I think if you're scoring 80s and you're not memorizing, as long as you're not memorizing, if you're memorizing and you're getting 80s, yeah, push it back because you're probably not high enough. Okay. Okay. So you're taking on November 5th, which is a week away. So you'll get one. I mean, you'll get one class. But if it's options, yeah, then we can put the link in there. Okay. Do you have that membership link
for
the YouTube?
Yeah, for the memberships.
Yeah. Throw that in there. I don't know if that's what he's talking about. But again, if you're only going to get one class out of it because we meet on Sundays. I don't know. And if it's a 65, then it's still on Sundays. Okay. Yeah, don't do it. Okay. That's fine. Just stick with what you got, WC. Focus on, listen, you can't study all day and then study at night. It doesn't work. I tell everyone, if you're studying during the day, don't also study at night. Okay. Yeah, Kyle's right. Kids get freaked out about 2-run homer. Okay. Oh, Jessica, hold on. Oh, I get what she said. Okay. Boom, let's go, baby.
Pass! Boom! Look at that stamp! Pass, baby! Who's licensed now? Me! Future Wall Street legend over here! Fireworks for my brain! Confetti for these skills!
Isn't it weird that that's not a real person? I feel sad. Boom, there you go. WC, you're out of here. Okay. Jessica, I agree. Get the options members. It'll be big. Okay. Wait, I just said that to you. Okay. You guys are in the same boat. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. Hold on. I'm going all over the place. Let me get back. I know. I'm reading the fucking chats the wrong way because when you put the chat in, it goes to the bottom. So as I'm rolling up, I read. Okay. Okay. Don't listen, Martha. I watch my 6 crash course. If you know the suitability that way, you're fine. It's not. I promise you, the suitability is there, but it's much more about mutual funds, annuities, and customer accounts. I throw communications in there. The suitability is there, but it's not as much as on the other exams. I promise. Okay. I agree. Achievable is going to help a ton. Okay. Stephanie, I'm glad you heard me do this stuff. That's awesome. Okay. Oh, the 9-10. Fun stuff. Okay. WC took off. He's gone. He had to get some sleep. Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. Look at that. Oh, till 12. Yeah. So then, if you're still here, which I don't think you are, don't study at night if you're studying all day. Yep. I'm telling you, do it in the morning if you can, and just do it in the morning. Okay. Yeah. I have videos on those. Okay. I would do using STC, which is great. Just keep reading it. I have videos. I have an investment banking video and I have a really good market making video. Those will help. They're big, but remember, supervision of the broker dealer is everything. Oh, and the other things, don't forget, this is the other thing. I have a membership for the 24. It's expensive. It's $150 a month, but it's literally me and Greg, one guy on there now. Everyone who's on there passed. I mean, I had 10 people, then 8, and then it went down, and then it went up. I mean, usually it's like 1 or 2 people on there. And now we're meeting Monday, not Tuesday, for a thing. Usually it's Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, but I'm doing this Monday instead at 7:30. If you join the membership, it'll help you. We can go over stuff. You can bring stuff up. It's easy. I'm not trying to push it, but I am pushing it. I would watch my videos on the investment banking and the market making, see if that makes anything click. But again, they're not super hard. There'll be more investment banking reg stuff than on the 57, but than on the market making stuff. But I don't know if I just rambled and didn't help you at all. But watch my videos on the two things, investment banking and the market making, and see if that helps at all. And if you want to join the membership, we're meeting Monday at 7:30. Fantasia. I am okay with the Series 7 for Dummies as a supplement. As a supplement to explain stuff, I think it's great. Other than that, I think it's not a main thing. But go look in the back for who the technical editor is and tell me who you think it is. Okay. See, look at that. Alma got it. Long term, baby. I love it. See, you nailed it. I agree, Jessica. The options membership, my options membership, it's literally $20 a month. Will change your life. You will within 1 or 2 days, you'll wish the entire test was options. Okay. Okay, Alma, the Wednesday and Friday, it's Wednesday and Sunday. Alma, for the 7, it's Wednesdays. If you do the $99 membership, it's Sundays at 6 and 7 p.m. That options is at 7, and then Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Which is probably going to move to I think next week. Not next week, the week after, I'm going to move it to right after my lives. I'm going to have it right after. I'm going to roll right from this, boom, right into the class. I think that'll work. Okay. Oh, Lucia. Okay. Good. But start reading or watching the videos. Do something. Okay. Okay, Levy. If it's for the 66, I just put it out. If it's for the 7, scroll to videos. First, I think it crash course playlist. If it's not, just look at my video, roll back. It's about 2 months old. I promise you it's a great video. It'll help you a lot. Okay. I think it froze for a second. Yes. So we do it every Sunday night. Every Sunday night, if it's for the 7, it's at 6 p.m. for the regular stuff, and it's 7 for the option. And then we meet on Wednesday night. Super higher membership. You don't have to do that. Okay.
Put on the notifications and alerts also.
Yep, that's true. Anyone who joins a membership.
Oh,
that was me. Anyone who joins a membership, make sure you have notifications on and set it up. So because I send out the alert about 3 hours before the exam with the new Zoom link. Remember, it's Zoom. It's not live. It's not this shit. It's on Zoom. So come at me with questions. Okay.
And then if they look in their membership, they'll see the link when you send it out if they miss it, correct?
Yep, perfect. Yeah, look in membership, right. Steven, thank you very much. Minikuchi. Is that your last name? Okay, good stuff. Nice Irish name. Okay, good stuff. Okay. Alex, I don't think they're super close, but they are hard. If you're in the 80s and it's not memorizing, you're in good shape. But I'm saying, Alex, go check out my brutal exam and it'll help. I think I can probably put it in here anyway. Where are my videos? Brutal. It looks like, and the way it looks, it so bothers me. It looks like the person on it is AOC. And if you're for her, all good for you. But I'm just saying it's not my cup of tea. Now, here we go. Hold on. What did this person just say? Colin, look at this. Do you not know me? Have you not watched any of my fucking videos? God damn it. Put the earbuds in and listen and learn. Okay. Yeah, I know. We all wish there were options on there, right? Every one of my students, it says they wish there were, they pass and I wish there were more options. It would have been easier. Okay. Okay, yeah, fine. So sign that up. Absolutely. Yes, baby. Do that option stuff. Remember, guys, do not go on my website and buy them. You only get 4 and it's like $20 each. Go on the options thing. Join the membership. It's $20 a month. And there's like 25 videos in that playlist. It's Ken's amazing playlist. Okay. You think half the test is suitability, Martha? I think it could be, but I don't think they're that hard. Go if you can. I'm going to see something. What I like doing is when I'm not sure of something, I just go to the Series 6, whatever exam it is, the content outline. So, here, provides customers with information about investments. So let's see what that says. Let's see. Section 3. So, right, customer, that's suitability. But then the other part is knowing what, remember, this is the thing. It's not all what would grandma want, okay? Some of it's like, what's dollar cost averaging? How do you do NAV? How do you get the sales charge? Tell me about variable annuities. What are the characteristics? Not always about, that's what I was saying. Yes, there's going to be stuff about what your grandma want, right? But a lot of it's going to be like, what do these products mean? What do they do? Stuff like that. So yeah, I understand that it says 25 questions on there, right? But a lot of it is like reviews. It looks at, you're trying to look at the risks and rewards, like difference between retail and institutions, the different types of funds, value, growth, income, balance, sector, life, stuff like that. Just knowing them, what an ABLE account is, stuff like that. Yes, I'm not saying it's not on there, but it's literally a lot of like also disclosures, like tax, what's tax exempt versus tax free, stuff like that. Okay. There you go. Yes. So, Michael, it's right there. Michelin Merriweather. I say Michael. Okay. Now, hold on. Let me catch up to this. No, I don't think so. If you do them, Tina, if here's the thing. If you're okay on options, don't do them. If you're okay on options and you're getting like low 70s on options on the vendors, then you don't need to do my videos. But if that's what's pulling you under, then get it. It started tonight. I promise you, within 3 hours, you'll be like, oh my God, I wish it was so much better. I wish there were more option questions. Okay.
But I also think that all the videos for the Series 7 are good ways to review the week of the exam.
Oh, no, I know. I get it. But she wants to know if she's usually got the options up. And yeah, I agree. Find my crash course playlist, so it'll be good. But I do think if options are the one pulling you down, get the video, buy the membership. If it's not, I swear to God, if you are in the low 70s with options or on cap on high 60s, don't buy the membership, because you don't save your money. Just watch my crash course and the other stuff and keep reading and doing finals, but not the day before. Okay. I agree. Listen, yes, junk mail, right? So Kaplan questions are confusing. So if you're going over them and you're like, oh my God, I knew that, but I didn't understand it, I didn't understand what they're doing, then you're fine. If it's like, wow, I never heard of that, then we got an issue. Okay.
That to me is the true test.
What?
That to me is the true test of passing.
Well, what do you always say about the questions?
What's that?
What's the thing you always say
about the questions?
Yeah, that how do you know when you're ready?
Oh, when you answer the question correctly and then look and see why they put the wrong answers on there. And then if you change one word in the question, why is the answer now C instead of B?
Right.
It's playing those kind of games in your head. That's when you know you've got it under
control.
So
he said that to me 15 years ago when we sat next to each other. He said, the way I knew is when I could look at the answer choices and I knew like, oh, I know why they put that there to trick me. Like when you see the tricks, you're ready. Like that's the way it works. And I always say, usually when I teach someone, when they correct me, go take the fucking test. With I have that, I make mistakes. I mean, I think I made one like 3 years ago. No, I make mistakes often enough, right? So I thought I made a mistake last year, but I was wrong. So now, I forgot who said that. That was very funny. But the point is if you can see why, like a lot of times, like I'll put a question up and I'll look at it and I go, oh, I know the answer, but then the other three are close, but you see that they changed the word a little bit to make it wrong. If you see that, you know it well enough to pass. Okay. So now, like I said, here's what happens when you sign up for the options class, that's Sunday night, but you got to watch the videos first. So if you do that, you go to the video, you sign up, and then you go to Ken's Amazing Options playlist. You start with number 1 and you work your way down. The class link will go out around 3:30, 4 o'clock Eastern. We meet at 6 p.m. Eastern, and then the options class is at 7 p.m. Eastern. I have to keep saying that, okay? But please watch the options videos before you come to the options class. You'll be miserable if you don't. Also, make sure you go through the first 4 or 5 and then find the options Armageddon, which is an hour and a half or 2 hours of me just doing options problem, hedging and spreads over and over and over again until your mind explodes out of boredom because you're so good at them by the end. Okay. It's just a way of doing it. Learn it and then practice. Okay. And then if you don't see it, like Jeff said, look in the membership tab. And then if you still don't see it, you're fucked. No, you can just, maybe comment on there. And usually I see that. Like if you make a comment on one of those videos, it'll pop up on my phone, but don't do it at like 5:59 because then I won't see it. Okay. I think you got that. Okay. Yes. You don't want to wait too long. Even if you don't use me or use the other tutors, don't want to wait till November. You don't want to wait till Thanksgiving. It's better to do it early and not need us after than to wait and panic. Okay. It's better to, like, if you've been reading for a couple of weeks and you have some stuff under your belt, then do it. That works. Okay. If you go, if you do it like next week and then like do it twice, once next week, the week after, then if you don't need us anymore, you're set.
But at least find out early on if the person, when you have a tutor, see if you like them. So if you need to come back to them, you're not doing it the week of the exam. And the other thing is, I always say you want to like glide into the exam. Do all your heavy lifting early on, doing a tutoring session, joining classes, reading, all that, and then do all the practice stuff. And you don't want to cram as the exam comes.
Join all the study groups.
Yep, like that. Exactly.
And that's remember, that's the other thing that this that the FINRA class does. The FINRA thing across the bottom. This Facebook thing, they all start study groups all the time. And then the Sunday night group, almost everyone in there has met up with each other outside of my study group. Almost all of them have done it. And I think it's funny that I had 2 girls, Erin and Alexis. Remember Alexis, right? She was down here. She worked in the same building as one of the other students. They were in the study group together for like weeks until they realized, I think they either bumped into each other. They go, wait, you work at they worked in the same building. And then they sent me a picture of the 2 of them. They just bumped each other in the hallway. It's funny. I'm sorry, the one girl, Erin, she's great. She's a badass. She got the 7 done. She's working on the 66 now. She's actually made friends with everyone in the group. Like she's actually gone out for drinks and stuff with all of them. Okay. If they're in New York. Okay. Yeah, you're ready. Megan Meisner, I think you're ready. That's a cute baby. There's a cute kids in there too. So now, hard to see. Glasses help. So, yeah, if you're scoring there, you're fine. And here's the big thing. And you notice that, here's the other thing. Nobody realizes this. STC exams get harder and harder as you go up. So 7 is harder than 6. 6 is harder than 5. So if you've taken 8, you've taken some hard ones. And if you're scoring in this, if you're passing them, you know enough to pass. So here's the thing. Go try my brutal exam. Did I even put, maybe I did. I put it in there. It's in the link that I just put in there. Go try my brutal exam. It's not It's not that it's so hard. It just gives you the same vibe as the test. And if you understand that stuff, you should be fine. Okay. But listen, the other thing is you got to get sleep. Don't spend all day. Like, if you're studying all day, do not study at night. I'm a big fan of morning before work studying. I'm a big fan of, I'd rather get up at 6 and study till 8 and then start work than studying at night. It's so much better for you. And then you go home and you got nothing to do.
Can I call you at 6 tomorrow morning?
What?
Can I call you at 6 tomorrow morning?
You can. I want to. This is the worst part. I go to bed at like 1. I still get up at 6.
Oh,
I'll go back to sleep, but I get up, and that's why it's like my wife just hates it. She's like, because I go walk in there till 1, and then I get up and I get out. It's like, but I don't think the only time I've set an alarm in the last year is when I had to catch a 6 a.m. flight and I get up at 4. So it's just, that's what happens when you get old, I guess. You don't sleep. Okay, everyone. I think we did some damage. Oh, okay. Here we go. Pack versus tack. Okay, real quick, we'll finish it up. So this is good. Okay. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to help you out here. Hold on. I'm going to send this thing, and then I'm going to, yeah, look at that. It shows right up.
Ooh, mortgages.
Mortgage-backed securities, baby. Okay.
Alma,
here's the, thank you for asking questions. At least somebody did, right? Okay. So that's my what the hell is a CMO video, Alma. But here we go. So a regular CMO, I'm going to do some overview. I'm not going to. So if a regular CMO has prepayment risk, which when rates go down, people refinance, and extension risk when rates go up, people don't refinance, and you're stuck in this mortgage-backed security, getting paid every month a set rate. Now, what happens is if rates go down, even with the CMO, we have some prepayment risk. Again, that rates go down and people refinance, and you get screwed. So they created these companion classes, like these mortgages that offset the rate. So like we can agree that if rates go down, the amount of money you're getting every month will go down because there's less mortgages. So this pack, what will happen is one of those companion classes will pay more to offset what you're getting paid less of. So a pack is a CMO with a buffer against prepayment risk and extension risk. So it goes both, okay? So it protects it. So that's the most consistent. You're going to get a question. Which one has the most secure, predictable level of income? Packs, because it protects against both. But again, the rate is low because you're getting a lot of safety. A TAC only protects against prepay risk. You don't need to know the inner workings. I promise you that. So a TAC only protects against prepayment risk. A pack protects against both. And that video that I just put in the CMO video will help you a lot. Okay. Not too shabby, people. Okay. We are done.
Nope.
That's it. Nobody else is coming in. Everyone, everyone's taking it tomorrow. You should be off by now, but if not, good luck. Everyone, have a good time. Enjoy this. Get some sleep is underrated. And I will see you guys in about a week. By the way, I promise you, because there might be something happening on Monday, please put notifications on so you can see it when it comes through, so you don't get surprised. Okay. Everyone, yo, have a good night.